So now they can just stop you and be like, do you have your TIN number?
And what does TIN mean?
Tax identification number.
Tax identification number. So which means next year they're going to start issuing out tax identification numbers.
Yeah.
So that means that's another round of registrations again. Do you know how hard it was for people to register NIN?
If I tell you TIN, do me. You wish to see.
Do you know how many times I tried to register my NIN? Like NIN was one of the most registering my NIN was one of the most discombobulating periods of my life, and then all my banks stopped working.
Guy.
So which means we're about to go through like another round of that wahala again. Okay. So he gets issued this TIN now, and then they say, what's your TIN? They impute it into this machine, and it will show whether or not you've paid your taxes for the year.
Yes, and if you've not paid, they can collect you.
So which means you just buy you like this next in prison. No defense, but like, let me really think of how I want to phrase this question now. Hello everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, anytime that you see this, and welcome to another episode of Talk with Intalks. I'm your host for today. My name is Christian. I feel like you guys should already know that. And my wonderful, amazing co-host.
My name is Dre.
Sir, please speak up. Sorrow. Open your mouth and sorrow.
It's Dre. How you guys doing?
Hi guys, how are you doing? It's been a long time. I haven't been on a podcast set in a while. I'm very happy to be back here. I actually do love to do this. Today, so Andrew is our lead for today. Andrew is here to educate me today. So what's our topic for the day, my love?
We're talking about the tax reform for 2026, January 1st. As stated by your government.
So before we get into that, before we jump into the seriousness of the tax reform for 2026, how are you doing, Andrew? How's your week been? How's your day going?
My day is terrible.
Nikini, why?
Terrible. I've not eaten.
We'll eat at no worry, we'll go chop after this.
Normally, no.
But I say to you again, increase the tempo of your voice, my king.
No other.
Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love.
Okay, let me clear my throat first. Okay.
Okay. So give me basics. Tell me the basics about the tax reform.
Okay, so basically, the tax reform is the new tax structure that has been, inculcated into the Nigerian system.
Okay.
That, like I said, is scheduled to happen next year on the 1st of January.
Okay.
So basically what it is what they say it is, because that's not what I think.
Okay.
That it's a fair system. The rich get taxed more. The poor doesn't get taxed so much. So everybody it's balanced for everybody.
Supposedly. Because with Nigeria, everything is supposed.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. So but like there are 5 bands.
Yeah.
So there is the 2.2 million naira band, which is taxed at 15%.
Okay. Before we go on, do we know why they've like categorized them into these 5 bands specifically?
I feel like it's because everybody, because if you earn lower, you should pay lower. If you earn more, you should pay more.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why they have created this band. It's called the tax bands. So this band has been created so that the people who don't earn as much should pay little. People who earn as much should pay more.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 5 bands, like I said, number one, we have the 2.2 million naira band, which taxed at 15%. Then we have the 9 million naira band, which is taxed at 18%.
Okay.
We have the 13 million naira band, which is taxed at 21%. Then also we have the 25 million naira band, taxed at 23%. Then above 15 million, taxed at 25%.
Okay.
So basically, what that means is that annually, how much you earn annually, if you fall into any category of that band, that should determine how much you would pay.
Right.
Yes.
But is that actually like what the structure is?
So from what I heard,
Okay.
not be so a B.
Okay, break it down for me.
Let's be real.
Let's break it down.
Let's break it down. So, but before this, there is something called tax exemptions.
Yeah.
So basically, if you earn, let's say, 1 million naira in a year, the first 800k could be deducted and not taxed at all.
Okay.
So that could be like to save your life, rainy day savings, food here, pampers there, diapers.
So let's just say they're saying what will keep you afloat, your basic amenities for the year, food, transportation, all those things. So let's say it's
Yeah.
supposed to fall into that 1 million now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm sorry, 800.
800, yeah.
Okay, it's supposed to fall into that 800 now, and they say that's like your free money. That's okay,
Yeah.
that's your money.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
your
anything
yeah.
from there up.
Yeah.
So if I have 3 million in my account now,
Okay.
they will say, okay, 800,000 from inside that money, exempt.
Exempt, yes.
2.2 million now, they are going to collect 15% tax on.
Bam.
I mean, that's not that bad.
But
if you put it like that.
I have a question to ask you.
Yeah.
Why?
Go ahead.
Averagely in a month, how much do you spend on personal consumption? Like, do you believe that it's possible for a human being in Nigeria to be able to not consume above 100K?
In a month?
Yes.
I believe that there are people that are living life currently that are living below 100,000, not because they don't want to, but because they don't have the means to. Like, they don't have enough income to spend more than that every month.
Okay.
But realistically now, let's say, talking from my personal standpoint, I know that in a month my expenses are, we're talking just ordinary transport. If we're not even talking about boats, bus from here to here, you take like maybe 3 buses to get to your next destination, or what are you going to eat when you're at work, all those type of little things, your skincare here, let me buy roll on so I will not smell, those type of things. And before you know what's going on, it accumulates, and then by the end of the month you spent like almost 300,000, and you're wondering,
How?
what did I buy? What I do actually? And so let's say now, is there a way, because we're talking about the annual, like that's the annual structure of how the tax
Yeah, the
scheme is
annual
supposed to be.
cumulative, yeah.
Yes. So is there a way now for people to, because some people now, even if they want to say, okay, we'll wait till the end of the year and then they remove, if my income is 2.2 million in the year, that 2.2 million is not actually sitting down in my account like the whole year. Like I said, before the end of January, before the end of 1 month, I don't already chop another salary, another money, another all those things, they will come in. So is there a way now for people to currently get, like, pay their taxes monthly, bits by bits?
Yeah,
that kind of thing?
yeah, I think it's possible.
Okay.
It's possible. But the problem is that if the average Nigerian who earns above that amount can consume, because you just said 300,000 a month, right? So let's say so 100K is like on the like if you look at the broad spectrum, the average Gen Z consumes more than 100,000 naira a month.
Yeah.
So that results to 1.2 million in a year. So if the majority consumes above about 1.2 a year, why are we exempting 800,000 out? Why don't we exempt 1.5 million out? So that at least you know that you don't actually chop, then pay tax. Do you get?
I do okay, yeah, that's a problem. So I feel like whenever all these type of policies are being put into place, because the people that we have in power, they are not living the same reality as like the everyday Nigerian. They don't understand, we're literally not living in the same world. If you are looking at it, anybody that will say, oh, we're living this, they are living in Venus and you are on Jupiter. You are so far away from each other, because to them now, like that's 800,000 naira exempt, because maybe they are looking at things from like, how much is this thing that these people are buying? What are these people paying for this thing?
Yeah.
What is this? Because Nigerians, even like, it is a problem that trickles down, like down from the top to the bottom. They have this, but what are these people actually using this money to do? Type of like basic mentality. Like this money is supposed to be able to like be enough for these basic things that you're supposed to do. But like I said, we're not living in the same world. They're not here with us and like experiencing every day that between today and tomorrow something can literally increase by 30%. The price where you buy them today, nobody the price where you buy them tomorrow.
Inflation, yeah.
Do you understand? So to them now, that 800,000 is like is
decent.
It's decent now. Like, what Nigerian is not like that. That's cool money. That's chilaka money. Like,
fair.
It's fair. If they want to dash you money, may you chop that one. May you use that one for dash. But from the things that it really doesn't make any type of sense. And the reason, to me personally, is because of this difference, this very great difference between the classes that we have in Nigeria.
Rich and the poor, yeah.
Like, people have been saying that, like, right now, currently, there is no middle class anymore.
Yeah, the most have slipped into poverty.
Yeah, because, see.
They just didn't walk.
So, from what I'm hearing from this thing that you're saying now, it doesn't necessarily sound like as if this tax reform is going to, in any way, because the point is to, I feel like the point is to get another source of like revenue and income for Nigeria, for them to be able to, do things, to be able to infrastructure, etc, all those type of things. But it also doesn't look like as if they are taking into account like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the citizens, like everyday
the
regular
hardship
people
that people face.
Yeah, they are not even taking into account that like people know they chop.
Actually, I never chop.
In the real essence of people know they chop, even though you've not eaten today, like people are out there in Nigeria literally starving, and it is not even like as if we are living in a place where starvation is supposed to be a real topic, but people are actually starving in Nigeria. So that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Well, apart from that 800,000 naira,
Yeah.
there's a rent exemption too.
Okay.
Up to 500,000. So that's like up to 500,000 naira.
So if you're paying rent more than 500,000 naira, you
would only minus 500k out max.
Okay.
Yes.
Go on.
So that's just so I feel like, so now the thing is that if you look at how, like, let's say your rent a year is like 200k, right? So apart from that, like 800k that you already exempted for yourself, then you can exempt 200k too for your rent.
Okay.
And then the rest money that remains will be taxed on.
So, all right. Like, if I don't want to like say all the things, because I feel like it would take me back, but from what you said, it really doesn't make any type of sense. Like 1 million naira exemption, where we all know that basic amenities, almost things they come up like this. Realistically, I don't think that it shouldn't, if that 1.5 self even low, like, because realistically life is hard though, and Nigerians, they suffer.
Life tough.
Like, actually. But okay, tell me more. Go on.
So now the thing is, let's look at a typical example. No, okay. Now the rent thing, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say your rent is like 1 million naira a month, like a year, sorry. So you can only exempt up to 500k. So which means that you will not pay 500.
You pay the tax on 500,000.
Yeah, of your rent. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's it. So now, if you take an example of like someone who earns 20 million naira a month, right? So 20 million naira now, we're looking at taxable income of 20 million minus 800,000.
Yeah.
So let's say like 19.2 million, right? Now the thing is that they will tax you on your first, on the like the problem is, why are they going through, like, 19.2 million, right? You just tax straight up. Like, if you check the tax band, is between the range of 13 million to 25 million.
Okay.
So I mean, it should be taxed at maybe 21% or 23%. Because 19.2 million. But no, they will tax you from the first band.
So explain, like, break it down for me.
Okay, so now 19.2 million.
Okay.
Right? Minus your 800,000. That's your 20 million now. Total. So now they'll tax you on your 15%. So they'll tell you 2.2 million from that 19.2 million.
Okay.
They'll tax you at 15%, which is 330,000.
Okay.
Then they'll check the balance. Is it up to 9 million? Yes. Okay. Tax 9 million at 18%.
That doesn't make sense. So why don't they just, like, why isn't it taxed all at once? Why does it have to be broken down? Like, why does it have to be broken down like that? Because realistically, if you are breaking it down like that, you will now first of all take 2.2 million from inside the money, remove 15% tax.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how much? 2.2 million, 15% tax.
330.
So that's 330,000.
Yeah.
So now let's say there is, obviously we started out at 19.2 million.
Yeah.
So now there is like 17 point something left in my money.
Yeah.
So the next band that they are going to tax on is 9 million.
Bam.
So they will not take 9 million from inside that money and say from inside that 9 million, we're going to remove 18%. That's like $1 million plus that they are removing.
20 actually.
And then if the remaining money,
yeah, they will not tax it again.
They will not tax it again. But why? Why can't? So if realistically, if it's supposed to be, if you're earning 19 million annually and the tax is 21%, yeah, they're supposed to just take that 21%, as in that's all they're supposed to take. Which one is you take 15% from 2 million, you take 18% from 9 million, you take mini percent from 10 million? Why? That just makes, that's like, it's making life harder for people. So that means that in total now, so if you calculate 15%, 18%, 20%, a bit 21%, and then 23%, let's say you're earning like 50 million. So by the time they remove all that money from you, whereas maybe where they are supposed to remove like maybe you are doing 50 million, your percentage is 25%, they are supposed to remove last one they remove like 3 million naira from inside the 3 million or whatever.
Yeah.
So but now the way they are going to do it, so they don't come out like 10 to 15 million like that now, actually, because they are taxing you at like different
tax brackets.
It doesn't, I'm so confused. I see why you said in your opinion that you have a different opinion, because I'm actually so confused. How does that make any type of sense? How does it work that? So how does the average person now actually like survive? Let's say you do it, you're earning that 20 million in a year. By the time they remove money from your money, so which means in that 1 year your actual income now will not be like 15 million, 14 million, because government's done with this, we tax here, we are taking money from different, like, we're taking it from different portions of your money instead of them to take it once, because it's, why?
You know the craziest part?
What's the craziest part?
Is that like when they take that 9 million, right,
Yeah.
at 18%, you are left with 8 million.
Yeah.
Now you see 8 million is below 9 million. So which means they should not tax you at 18%. They should tax you at the previous tax, which is 15%.
Yes.
So it's 2.2 to 9 million. You understand what I'm saying? So they should tax you at 15%, since the money is not up to, the balance is not up to 9 million for the next bracket.
So
you get what I'm saying?
So then they will not take that money. It's like rollover, like when your data expire.
Yeah.
They will not say, they've rolled over this data into your next bundle for you to use inside your next bundle.
Bam.
So they will not take, let's say the remaining money now is 6 million from after they've collected all this tax. They will not roll it over into your next 2.2 million.
They'll roll it over into the third band.
Into the third band. So which means, no, what? So like now it will now roll over, like instead of now for me to go back, you are now, instead of me, you collect how much is
8 million remaining.
So instead of it's under 9 million.
Yeah,
so instead of you
million.
to collect 15%, you will now collect 22. I mean the 23%.
21%.
Why? So why does it go like higher instead of reducing? They've not given answers for that.
Now why you just guys drink this drink? Anyway. So at the end of the day, it turns out that that 8 million now is taxed at 21%, as against 15%, or bad as a bad, taxed at the same 18% of the 9 million, right? So you're not paying 1.680 million on 8 million.
But that's doing, isn't that like, doesn't that defeat the point? Doesn't that defeat the purpose of like having like segregated is not the word I'm looking for,
I get what I'm saying,
but like
having
of like
tax
having
bands.
the different tax bands, different tax brackets, doesn't that completely like defeat the purpose? Because now the people that are earning the least are being overtaxed, because like how you go tell me say you because I feel like if I say it again I'm going round and round, but how will you tell me that you're taking the money from inside brackets, inside clump?
Yeah.
Why now?
The matter tire me. Like at the end of the day, you're not being, like, your total taxable income now becomes 330,000 plus the 1.620 million plus the 1.680 million, which is about 3.630 million.
Whereas if they were just supposed to remove, let's say, like the 20-something% that they were going to remove from the 19 million, you would have been paying like 1 point something.
Way less.
Like at the least, let's say at the highest, you not go past like 2 million where they pay. So I'm only allowed to say some specific and certain things concerning like the state of our of how politics are run in this country. So I cannot completely now to begin to express the way my brain is buzzing. My brain is shake. Actually, my brain is actually shaking right now. Tell me what consequences are on tax defaulting.
If he collects you,
Collect me, ke.
I dey tell you.
Why?
If he just sees you like this, because
How?
okay, so I don't know if you've seen like these people that like these bus drivers, right? And then these people that like stand on the road with
Yeah,
like
that-
kind of machine,
yeah.
and they'll type in your like plate number to see if you've paid your tax for that, your road tax for that day, and all that jazz. I don't know if you've seen them.
Okay.
They usually stand there and sell tickets.
Okay, so I know the tickets thing that you're talking about. I didn't know that they had a machine, but like those is like I don't want to say Agbero, but the way they do it is that they have people stationed at like every major bus point where buses pass, where they have to stand there and make sure that you pay the money for that ticket by hook or by crook.
Yeah.
So it's always very fantastic to see where the bus driver is trying to, like, I don't know how much the ticket money is, but I believe it's under 1,000. And they pay it every day, so that they will show the ticket at every stop that they get, so that, oh, they've paid this money for the deal. But some bus drivers like to do gra, like real serious gra, and avoid, and before you know what's going on, they are dragging somebody here, they've collected key from inside the bus.
Yeah.
Everybody from the bus should come down. Now, wow, so now we say they want to use me do.
So now they can just stop you and be like, do you have your TIN number?
And what does TIN mean?
Tax identification number.
Tax identification number. So which means next year they're going to start issuing out tax identification numbers.
Yeah.
So that means that's another round of registrations again. Do you know how hard it was for people to register NIN?
If I tell you say NIN, do me. You wish to see.
Do you know how many times I tried to register my NIN? Like, NIN was one of the most straight, like registering my NIN was one of the most discombobulating periods of my life, and then all my banks stopped working.
Guy.
So which means we're about to go through like another round of that wahala again. Okay. So he gets issued this TIN now, and then they say, what's your TIN? They impute it into this machine, and it will show whether or not you've paid your taxes for the year.
Yes, and if you've not paid, they will collect you.
So which means you just buy you like this next in prison. No defense, but like, let me really think of how I want to phrase this question now. Do you really think that it will last, that type of thing? Because Nigerians have a problem of, once something begins, once they implement a policy. Now let's take during election period, like 2 years ago, and is it during election period or after election period, when they were saying the new change of like the change in Naira notes?
Okay.
Yeah. So when they said that from this time to this time, we have from this time to this time for everybody to stop using this Naira notes.
Yeah.
Technically, like the old 500 Naira notes or the old 1,000 Naira notes is not legal tender anymore. And they really did their best, from what I remember, because, there was really a serious cash scarcity at that point in time. And they really did their best to recall all these notes. But we are like 2 years in now. And at this point in time, nobody's supposed to be using those old Naira notes anymore. But I went to the market yesterday. At least half the money, let's say inside the 30,000 that I withdrew, half the money, half of them old 500 Naira, old 1,000 Naira. I see, it's been, let's say, even for 200 Naira now, it's been a while since I've seen an old 200 Naira note, but a day inside the money where I did with yesterday. Like, 15,000 of that money was old, like literally old notes. So how do we now believe that if they start to implement these things now, if they start to put all these things in place, okay, now you are defaulting on this tax, you are doing this, you are doing that it will continue? And then if it does continue, if it is now like you said, a situation where they will put police people, they will have like, they'll probably set up like a task force or something.
Yeah.
They will probably set up a task force, and then for you to be on the road. So what's now to say that the way our police is doing now, where you just shook 1,000 Naira in somebody's hand like
Normally
this, and you say, Oga now, I beg now, and shook 1,000 Naira in somebody's hand, and then they don't impute your I'm sorry, call it again,
Your TIN.
your TIN into the machine to see if you've paid tax or not, and then you just, so what stops the things that happen in Nigeria, the things that we know that regularly happen, whenever they implement new policies, they bring new laws? So what stops it from happening?
So I feel like a lot of law enforcement will get richer taking hush money.
Law enforcement is always going to take in hush money.
Yeah, and then because it's cash in hand, there's no tax on that.
Oh,
You get what
wow.
I'm saying? That's one. Two, um, you said what's the probability that this still not going to die down? You get what I'm saying? So if you look at the legal tender, the issue about the legal tender, when they said, oh, because the reason was because they wanted to curb, like, people, like, they said politicians were like holding money,
They were
hoarding
hoarding
money,
money, yeah.
and they don't want to like make that money become like useless. You get, so that they'll bring out the new notes, so all that money is just gone. So now the thing is, it's still money,
Yeah.
right? At the end of the day, nothing happened. So what's the like probability that this is going to like die down? Like, people, okay, the whole tax jars will just liquidate itself. This is Nigeria.
Okay.
Government is collecting money from you. If you had the opportunity to collect money at toll gate, would you ever stop collecting money at toll
You
gate?
see, but this thing that you're talking about, people still find ways to avoid paying the money at toll gates. It's like NEPA bill, for instance. Obviously, now it's not NEPA anymore. But when it was NEPA, people would spend years. You know what I mean of years?
Yeah.
I know people personally that when NEPA was still NEPA, while I was like, Omomo, that they've not paid one NEPA bill in 10 years. And if you ask them, they say they will never pay that NEPA bill. They will come and cut their lights. They will go and connect to another person's lights. They will go and reattach the wire by themselves. NEPA will come and cut the lights. They will reattach the wire again.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah, but then think about it. These people that are reconnecting, they are hopping on people. They are establishing what they call parasitic relationships with people. But tax, now you and your government, and you want to say, you no go fee, because now your thumbprint day. If they hold you like this, now you they hold. They go just seize you for that point ASAP. Carry you, come go kiri, make you go guide. You don't understand?
Chim. So we are about to round up for the day, but before we do round up, we had some of our correspondents yesterday go out to the streets to interview people, ask them questions about this tax reform, whether or not they know anything, and you guys are about to watch a few of those clips right now.
I mean, is it fair to say 18 to 20% will be being removed from your salary as a salary earner? Do you think it's fair?
I don't think so. Reason being that if actually such is being removed from the income of a worker, it will be better if the amount removed is seen in the economy. I mean, what's the ripple effect in the economy? Are we going to have better roads, power supply, and the like? So if that's not the case, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think so. And moreover, the economy as it stands now is struggling. People are suffering to make ends meet. So you doing that, it will cause even more problems.
So, sir, in a nutshell, what I can coin out from what you're saying is that financially, it seems to favor the politicians rather than the masses, if taken into effect.
Of course, don't forget that the Mr. President we want to get all the money he could, want to, running the nation. If actually he's running it in in actual sense. Don't also forget that the 2027 presidential election is also coming up. And I'm also sure it may also be an avenue to, getting some money together to running for that election. So these could be speculations. This could be, but this is my opinion. But I'm sure if this is properly weighed, there could be some element of truth.
Like there is actually an amount, so from certain
Okay.
amount for low income earners there's a particular percentage that will be
Okay.
removed for tax, and then for those people that earn 1 million naira and above, 18 to 20% will
Okay.
be removed for tax.
Whoa.
Whoa, that's a lot,
Oh,
right?
okay, that's a lot.
Right.
Okay, I hope it's not something that will make the rich richer and the poor get poorer. So I feel if taxes are being given, it should be according to how you earn.
Yes.
And so it shouldn't be something that will be strenuous on salaries that is already too meager.
Okay.
So it should be something that I know taxes are important, because if a state should develop, or even the entire nation,
Yeah.
people should pay taxes. But
True.
taxes should also correspond with how you earn.
All right, guys. So welcome back. Welcome back from the clips. We are, like I said before, literally about to come to the end of this episode. Andrew, what like little form of wisdom would you want to give these people in passing now about how to handle themselves as this new tax reform comes into place next year?
As a good person,
Yeah.
I will advocate to be a patriotic citizen of the country.
Okay.
Ensure you pay your tax.
Okay.
The government will use this tax to make good roads.
Okay.
Increase police, salary.
Okay.
And everybody will be happy.
Okay.
Then to give you advice,
Yeah.
on how to be not a good person, you should tell your employer to pay you cash. Because when you hold cash is king. You can't tax
so maybe
cash.
this might be the time that people will start burying money inside the ground again.
Yeah, and
maybe you people go and start buying come again, that kind of thing. You start saving with a jaw.
Yeah.
And Osusu goes to start it will come back into action again. You people see. I also feel like if this actually becomes a thing that is here to stay, that is implemented, and then it's like is real and it stays and is firm, it also gives Nigerians a lot of leeway to now be able to properly question the government, because before they go say, but what's they really they pay for? Like, obviously, people in Lagos now have been dealing with this taxing for a while, because some people in Lagos are on government water, government gas, government this. So they've been dealing with it here. But like now it gives like Nigerians the avenue to say, we pay these taxes every year. Some people will even say, okay, I do this, I pay these taxes every month so that I don't have to face the financial brunt of paying everything lump sum at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And now we've actually paid these taxes. There are no good roads. There are no good schools. There's no good this. That you can actually hold the Nigerian government by their yeah, hold them. If you say, oh, now they are doing too much, want to go and like set that House of Assembly on fire, please don't set House of Assembly on fire.
I beg you.
But you people should not set House of Assembly on fire. But you understand what I mean? That, oh, now you have like every right. It's not like as if you don't have every right currently, because your government is supposed to take care of you. But once it's implemented, you have more rights. In fact, your rights have tripled, because now they want to be collecting triple the money from you. They want to use Ogboju from... Is Ogboju, oh. They want to use Ogboju and be collecting your money. Now you use your own Ogboju back and say, as you're collecting this money, you people must work. And if there is no work, God help all of us. Anyway, thank you for coming to this episode of Talks with Intalks. I have, honestly, like, this has been like very informative. It's been very eye-opening. And I do love to learn new things all the time. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning with me, because I did a lot of learning today. Actually, thank you so much, Dre, for educating me on this topic, and we will see you guys. Before I go, like, subscribe, comment, share. Links will be somewhere on the screen. I think it's usually down here.
Yeah, I think down here.
Yeah, it's usually down here, so they'll be down here, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.